You've joined me for a bit of Retro Tech 120p challenge fun. Lovely. Pull up a pew. We're playing Indiana Jones. It is one of my selections this week. What we are doing is we are choosing 3 lives at the beginning, and we're going through the easy mode, which will give a decent challenge, I think. You can finish the game. Basically, you have 3 goes round, and then on the last turn, you do the rope bridge, and you can finish the game. I think it continues after that, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. This is, yes, as I said, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. We are doing the Retro Tech 120p challenge, so you have as many goes as you like. But once you press record, that is your run, and you can only use 2 credits. And then, god damn you, sir, you upload that beast, and then you be an honest chap. Sit down and wait for all the other scores to come in, and for Mark to win at the end of it. But you never know, you might well win. But what you do get to do, win, lose or draw, is choose the next game. Well, you get to put your name on the wheel for the next game, and your name might come up like mine did this week. So yes, 3 levels. You got in the first one already, where you can go around rescuing children, and then the other 2 are super quick. That one's over already, and the next one's even quicker. So yeah, you got the the mine cart, and then you've got this where you grab the Sankara stone from Mularam's temple, and you can just grab it and go through the door. That bridge can collapse, and you will then have to go around the side. But this bit, yeah, it's important you get as many children as possible, and free them from the cage, because basically you get bonus points, and bonus points equals lives, so you may go further in the game. But yeah, I think this game is definitely finishable, or is possible to complete the full go round on it, at least. So good. Yes, this came out on a few different things. It came out on the Amiga, the Apple II, the Atari ST, the Amstrad CPC, the Commodore 64, the MS-DOS, MSX and ZX Spectrum. Do you want more machines? Well, it came out on the NES too. It was the first game that ran on Atari System 1 software. And yeah, it was their second Indiana Jones game, because they did one based on Raiders of the Lost Ark as well on the 2600, I believe. So yes, let's get to what we can see on the screen there. Snakes, because believe it or not, even though I've been doing these general facts for 3 years now, I haven't actually covered snakes yet. Not in my seed anyway. So yes, so if you've wondered like me, and I have often wondered this, how a snake can move across a gravelly surface and not hurt his John Thomas, you only have to flick my balls and I'm done for the day, is because they keep their genitals inside themselves. And it's a good thing too, because they've got 2 of them. They have what is known as a hemipenis, which is 2 winkles. And if it's a lady snake, obviously they're going to need 2 clitorises to make the most of that fun action. And that fun action, by the way, will last an entire day. A snake makes love for an entire day, gets bonded in its position, and it tosses its jilter into the lovely fun tunnel, and then it will it will sod off, because they only unfortunately snakes can only reproduce once or twice a year, and they're only interested in doing it for non-recreational purposes. So that's it. Once he's bust a nut, off he goes for 6 months, and checks in infrequently. So what usually happens is you just got the 2 snakes, but you know, in these big colonies, like you see in the Indiana Jones film, actually, where you've got the big pit of snakes. That's not an unusual sight. And what happens then is they form like a mating ball, where all the men converge on the one female that's released all the pheromones, and they'll be desperate to get their Mr. Johnson's in her cloaca, which is a sort of, if you don't know what a cloaca is, it's sort of like a joint genital stroke, like pooing bum facility there. Yeah, so it looks a bit like one of those films that you see on certain parts of the internet, where you've got about 8 dark-skinned fellas and one 5'4" blonde lady. It looks a bit like that. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, that's genital facts. There is. Actually, here's a bonus fact. As the logo's gone, there was an amphibian found in Brazil in 2012, and it's just an amphibian, but it was known as the Artrocana estelli. Apologies for my lack of Latin learning. I wasn't privileged enough to go to Eton, but it was dubbed the penis snake. I think you can see why. That's the end of my first go. That's the good go. The next go, very short. Genital facts all in the bag. That's good. It's good to get your genital facts out, isn't it? Yes, what's coming up this week? I've got a video on Funhouse on the NES, which is unfortunately doesn't feature Pat Sharp. It's based on the American version of Funhouse, and it's not very much based on that either. It's very it feels like the license has been added on, let's just say that. And next week we have got Hooters, which I've remembered this week. Hooters Road Trip, for all you fans of exploited young lady waitresses. So that's next week's unusual game license. And after that, and I'm a bit regretting how long this is taking to edit now, but I'm doing the top 100 games of the 2010s this year, rather than break it down into individual parts, individual years. So I'm doing the whole thing in one video, basically because I didn't play enough games in the 2010s. So I thought it was a bit unfair for me to do 10. There were some years where I didn't play at all, basically. So yeah, that's coming up. So that's fun, isn't it? So yeah, RetroTech 120p challenge, as we're watching here. My death throes. Unfortunately, I'm not in this game for very much longer. So yeah, please do join in. Go to the Facebook group if you're not there already. Watch some of the other players; they will be better. Anthony's promising to put in a few puns about Indiana Jones in his advanced years, because of course there's a new movie coming out, and I won't steal his thunder there. I did give him some some ideas of ones to use. Yeah, are you looking forward to that? Indiana Jones 5, I guess it is, even though most of us disregard 4. It looks all right, I guess, but he's even older now. The Indiana Jones 4 was 15 years ago, and he was old then. He didn't look too bad in the Star Wars films, I guess, and he's kept his hair, and Harrison Ford, but he just feels like a really old grumpy guy now. And you know what, it's hard to get away with this stuff when you're in your 80s, and he's got to be nearly there, isn't he, old Harrison? But fair play to him, and it could be a fun adventure. Anyway, that's the end of my go. So yeah, have a look at the other other playthroughs, like, subscribe. Okay, thanks, bye.